Tell me the history of you.
You don't have enough film. I was up at Ole Miss on a football scholarship, got my BBA, and then got in law school. My grades weren't really good when I graduated, but I kicked the ass on the LSAT and got in, okay? And then while I was in law school, I worked part-time at the gumbo company that a fellow football player owned. And I did everything there, from bus tables, open oysters, bartender, head cook. I mean, I did everything. And Curtis Gwynn, this guy I didn't know from Chula, Mississippi, said, I got a trailer park. I've worked for this lady from Crystal Springs, and every trailer I rent, I get $10 off. So we got a trailer, and then we lived down there for a while. Then when Curtis graduated, I met the Crystal Springs woman, who was really weird. We went in her house. She had 30 wigs on her head. She had 30 wigs on a headstand, 30 wig stand for every day of the week, and every wig was exactly the same. It's weird shit. Anyway, I took over Curtis's place, and this is where we were playing croquet in the backyard. Curtis had started a croquet course. This is where it happened. I only put notices in the law school, on the bulletin board at the law school. Law school students only, come live, you know, in isolation. And where's Ray? Where's Ray? You see Ray helping? One day, Joel Hunter, little Joel, and Ray, huge Ray, came and knocked on my door. And I looked out the window like this, because it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had this, I tell you, you shouldn't ask this. I had a huge tray of rice, macaroni cheese, sausage and everything, and Ben and I was supposed to be on a diet, okay? And I was watching Star Trek. And they knocked on the door, and I opened the door, and it was Henry and Ray. Ray Helper was here. The two most completely opposite people you'd ever would think. And I opened the door like this, and they said, we hear about the thing you put on the bulletin board. They said, what are you scared of? I said, oh, my wife and I are on a diet. I wanted to make sure it wasn't her. She got here early, and I had all this food out. And that's where it started. And all the Chuck, everybody came and lived in that trailer park. And we started playing croquet. And that's where it started. That's where it started.
Jody, you've been, when you talk to the Dooleyville folks, you've been known as the guy that's kept Dooleyville together.
That may be right early on, but the reason Dooleyville stayed together is because of 5 or 6 people who brought their family. Early on, that may be true, okay?
Don't you think maybe that losing Joel and all that made it more important to have it every year? I mean, once you realize...
No, it didn't make it more important to have it every year. It made our bond strong, I guess. I hate to say you got to lose somebody to make your bond strong.
But once you realize that you're not always going to be here for sure,
right?
It makes it more important that you do get together a year or two, tighten that up. Huh?
Right, you're right.
Yeah.
And listen, we started this when none of us had kids, all right? And I'm telling you, when these kids were growing up, you know how children love Christmas. Dooleyville was on par to Christmas. Now think about that for the kids, because they like to come and see all the other kids. It's just great. It's just great. It's just great. And I could tell you stories. At the end of Dooley Road, they ran cable. The cable company ran cable down the end of Dooley Road years ago, and the cable company forgot the cable was there. And so we got a shotgun out, and with a lead plug, a deer plug, and I shot the bracket holding the cable at the end, and it bounced off. Ping, ping, ping. Joe went and got a 30-06 with a scope. Everybody hid behind the cars. I shot the cable down, and back then you couldn't buy the coaxial cable like you can in Walmart. It was illegal. You couldn't. So we used heavy-duty speaker wire, and everybody in the whole trailer park had free HBO cable. Everything. I guess that's why I'm the mayor. Okay.
How did you end up being the mayor?
I don't know.
Was that raised?
You have to ask somebody else. I don't know. I don't know. I just was. I don't know. I don't know.
Recently, talking with Henry, he said there wouldn't be a Dooleyville if it wasn't for Joe D. I think that's kind of true because
I think that.
You look so forward to it that you encourage everybody.
Well, we all do. We all do.
I think you have a more of an interest in it in some ways.
One, let me tell you this. Let me answer this question. One reason that might be absolutely true is when we all left Dooleyville, Oxford, and burned the Dooleyville sign, we thought that was it, okay? The third year, I said, this is bullshit. We're gonna have a third Dooleyville. And we had it. I stepped up to the plate, got a place to have it, got local people, local Kinski, my Mardi Gras crew involved in it, and we had 150 people there. If we had not had that third Dooleyville where we realized we could all get together and still do it even though we weren't in Oxford, so in essence, he's right in a way. If we hadn't done that third, the most important one was the third. And we realized we could keep on doing it even though we were all so far apart. That's right. And in that way, I guess, the third one was the most important.
I wasn't going to say that, but I was going to say,